our staff and everyone here, we want you to sit back and relax and enjoy a Cleora Christmas.
Welcome to the 2003 Christmas program. People say Christmas is becoming too commercial these days, and I agree. So please forgive us while we go ahead and rove over the point. Our Christmas program is a commercial Christmas. We are pretending to build most of you all watch TV, and your channels are turned frequently, and remote control has been provided for you at the front of your program. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the Mighty Cardinals present to you a commercial Christmas. A pond. Me too. It's like the movie says, if we build it, they will come. What are you talking about?
She's talking about how the state wildlife department will stock your pond for free. All you've got to do is build a
That's a good deal. We'll be the only school with a pond.
I don't think so. Will Rogers School of Anita already has a pond, and they've had it for about 3 years now. Yeah, but they just have goldfish in their pond.
I see. It's nice. It's fenced in with a waterfall and packed park benches too.
That sounds neat, but isn't theirs pretty small? Yes, it is, but ours will be better because ours will be bigger and have bigger and better fish.
That depends on how much money we raise.
I think it should be big enough that we cannot throw a rock across it.
He has a point. We need to set some sort of goal. If we should pass it, all right, but let's set a goal.
With all the school working on it, it shouldn't be very hard.
Why don't we take a peek at the kindergarten class and see what they're going to do?
name is Amelia Wiley. My name is Cindy Johnson. My name is Ryan Winfrey. My name is Michaela Quinn. My name is Jerry Westbrook. Jamaica Pinion. Madison Hoover. Bridget Mize. Anthony Boyd. Ethan Gibson. Aaron Robertson. Everyone's trying to settle something, but what for? It's for a pond. What we need a pond for? So Mr. Carson and the other teachers will have a private place to fish. They might even take us fishing. My daddy says the fishing is a jerk once at the pole, waiting for it to get the other is at the pole. Doesn't seem like Mr. Carson's older teachers. I guess that's not it. I don't know, but if we have to show something, I think we should say hugs and kisses. Yeah, my Mimi says she loves my hugs and kisses. My daddy says the same thing, that they're the most valuable things I can give. That means important. It sounds like we got the best thing around. Mr. I see you. Ready? Hit it. That's not going to work. I don't think so either. We can't sell hugs and kisses. They're just for funny giveaways, so ladies and gentlemen will do us a favor. Just leave a donation at the door. Since we got that straight now, why don't we sing the Christmas song? Hey, have we sold these red noses?
over. You might be surprised. I mean, who could say no to those faces?
She said, who could say no to those faces?
We might get enough donations. Who knows? We might get enough donations where the rest of us won't need to make a thing.
Don't count on it. Bulldozing's expensive.
Maybe we could talk to the alumni and get them to help raise funds for donations. That's a great idea. All you have to do is explain what an alumni is.
Alumni are people who have graduated from Cleora Public School.
That means if all the alumni donated $1, multiply that by 752 graduates, we'd end up with about $700 to start off with.
Where did that figure come from?
Well, one day while I was waiting to see Mr. Carson, I was bored, so I counted the people in the pictures in the hallway.
That's crazy. I'd been scared if I'd been in trouble and waiting on Mr. Carson, not bored.
How would we end up with just $700 if there's 752 graduates?
You have to realize that you won't be able to get a hold of everyone. So you can figure about 51 that won't contribute.
If we can get that, that'd be a great foundation, but still not enough.
Why don't we check in on the first grade and see what they're going to make?
These things sure take a long time to make. Yes, but when you add a couple of cards to them, they really look nice. Now that we've got most of them made, we need to decide how we're going to sell them. Can't we just sit outside of Walmart and let the people buy them? That's a great idea, but we also need to make a jingle. But we don't have any bells. Not that kind of jingle. I'm talking about the song kind of jingle. You mean like a commercial kind of jingle? That's it. That's the kind of jingle I'm talking about. How do we do that? I started all the geekiest holder can do. That's easy. All it does is hold cards. That's not true. It lets us miss a test. I'll tell you what, that's because it lets out a class word. It's on how you word it. Instead of saying all holds our Christmas cards, we could say, display your Christmas cards with this and this. It reminds me of the marathon and those little things with horses. That's a carousel. We can call it a card carousel. Okay. How much do we sell them for? I think we did a good job and we sold a card. How about $3? I think they're worth $3. $3 sounds like a good price to me. What's some for $5 with the paper clips? You can sell some for $3 without the paper clips. That should take care of shipping and handling too. What's shipping and handling? I don't know, but the teachers talked about it. It's very expensive. But why don't we sing our jingle? Okay.
everyone gets Christmas cards. Things are looking better, but what are we going to make?
Why don't we make something that everyone will buy?
That way we know we didn't make a sale.
I love conies. We could sell them at the ball games.
Me too. Maybe we could get a trip to New York to visit Cleora and do some research.
Dream on. Besides that, we would end up spending all of our own money.
Why don't we take on the second grade while we think of something else?
Why do you do angels just at Christmas time? What about our guardian angels? They're with us all the time. That's true, but it's the Christmas angels that bring all the announcements. Announcements? I agree. Announcements are boring. But this just wasn't any announcement. This one was special. That's why it was an angel told really about Jesus. It was an angel that talked to Joseph and told him about Jesus. It was the angel that talked to the wise guys. Wise guys mean wise men. They're for the kings, you know. No, the wise guys just saw the star and followed it. Either way, I wonder why they decided to follow that star, or if they just bored with nothing else to do and said, wow, look at that new star. Why don't we follow it and see where it takes us? That's what made those wise guys wise. They knew the scripture and they watched the sky. When they finally saw the star, they knew what they had been waiting for, and they packed up and began their journey. They followed Star to him, Jesus gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. It was the angels that talked to the shepherd. That's right, and boy, were those shepherds scared. In fact, the first thing that the angel had to tell them was, don't be afraid. After the shepherds settled down, the angel said, behold, I bring good tidings of great joy. You will find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes lying in a manger. That's when the shepherds went to worship baby Jesus. Wow, that's pretty neat, the first wireless. You know, President Angel's the first wireless. The way I look at it is with all that announcing and gabbing going on, sort of explains why most of the angels look like girls. What are you talking about? It's true. If you want to get a message out, telegraph, telephone, and tell a woman. Point can even Jesus recognize that point. Well, how do you figure that? I know. After the resurrections, Jesus chose the woman, Mary, and said, go and tell. Woman has been telling ever since. Maybe we should just do our commercial before someone gets into trouble. Okay. Angels, angels everywhere. Don't just find us so by up here. We're guaranteed that price to be fair. So purchase an angel and show that you care. And you can purchase angels today.
Those angels were pretty neat. They did a good job of making them too.
Oh, we still haven't come up with an idea for us to do.
Why don't we make Christmas ornaments?
That'll be easy. What type shall we make?
There are some really neat ones we can make, like Candy Kiss Mouses.
You can also make a train with a roll of lifesavers, a peppermint, a candy kiss, and a caramel.
All of this sounds very yummy, but the second grade has already made Christmas ornaments. And given the choice, which class do you think the people will buy from? Once again, look at those faces. Yes, they would pick the second graders.
She's right. We need to think of something else.
While we're thinking of something else, why don't we check in on the third graders?
What is this thing that we are making? It is a topiary. T-O-P-I-A-R-Y. We don't want to know how to spell it. We just want to know what it is. I'm really not sure, but it reminds me of a small, well-manicured tree. And people went to buy this for what reason? To use as a centerpiece. You know, something to put on your table and make your home warm and fuzzy. That's right. It's Christmas time and everyone is ready to purchase festive, unusual, appealing items to decorate with. Oh no, I'm not sure about the fuzzy part. Okay, we know how to make them, and we know what they're called, but how are we going to market them?
We can write down all the words that describe it and go from there.
That's easy. I don't have to write that down. It's good looking and it smells. If it stops smelling, just take sandpaper and rub it till it starts smelling again. That's a good start, but why don't we use the word aroma or aromatic instead of the word smell? I agree. Aroma sounds a lot better than smell. Besides, scent and smell isn't anything else. I'm glad you asked. Why this topia is multifunctional. It's not only used as a centerpiece, it can also provide those very important after-dinner mints. It can also act as table favors. Each guest can take a soap ball home. But if everybody takes the soap ball, it won't look very pretty and it won't smell anymore.
After Christmas is over, it doesn't matter. They're just going to store them.
If you didn't want to give soap balls away, you can use them as a sachet. Use them for what? I don't know what it is, but it doesn't sound nice. Relax. A sachet is just a piece of soap or a bag filled with aromatic stuff that you put in your drawers to make your socks smell good. Well, why didn't she say that?
She did, but she used the words sachet instead.
What happens when someone takes a Tic Tac? Won't it leave an empty space? No, because they leave the wrapper there. They just take the mint out and leave the foil wrapper. Makes a pretty and decorative film. Okay, let's get back to the project at hand, people.
Let's review this. A versatile decorative centerpiece. It supplies a light, fragrant, pleasant aroma to the room or table.
It provides those very important after-dinner mints.
It's one-of-a-kind beauty that could be shared as a sachet for guests or as hand soap.
We got it. Let's do it on 3. 1, 2. One, 2, 3.
A centerpiece of pleasant fragrance, gifts and after-dinner mints. It's versatile and practical, and we can have a topiary. So sashay down and it will run away.
instead of Tic Tac. I know. Why don't we make a wreath? We can make one out of grapevine or get one of those styrofoam rings and attach candy to it. That sounds extremely time-consuming and tedious.
I agree. That doesn't sound like fun at all.
That sounds like work.
We've got to come up with something. Why don't we take a peek at the 4th grade and see what they're going to do and why we try to think of something else?
Making these candle holders were fun.
They're pretty too, but they're sure sticky and messy making them.
The messy part is what made it fun.
I think we'll make more money than all the other classes.
What makes you think that? I know, because everyone likes candles. That's right, and our candle holders are useful too.
How are they useful? You can't use them for heat.
No, but if you have real good eyesight, you can use it to read by.
Well, that's not very much light.
Does that mean we should fill it with carrots? Why would we fill the candle holders with carrots?
Everyone knows that carrots improve their eyesight. I don't think that's a good idea, because if my mom buys them, she might make me eat the carrots. I hate carrots.
I agree. Let's leave out the carrots.
I think we should put 2 matches with it. Why would we do that? That wouldn't look very pretty.
I know, so they could get a match set.
No, so they can have something to light it with.
We can advertise it as light. Everybody's buying anything that's light these days.
That's right, and there's fruit and light soap and light ice cream.
My folks buy light stuff all the time. They like syrups, they like yogurt's gross.
He's right, you know. If it has the word light in it, it's going to sell. I know, instead of calling them glow glass, we can call them glow glass lights.
I don't think they'll let us do the match thing. We're not supposed to play with matches. Oh well, it was a good idea while it lasted.
I think they're just fine by themselves. I agree, but we could have something to make them smell good.
That's a great idea, but what would we have? How about some of that potpourri stuff? Some of that stuff smells good.
But if we do that, we might create a fire hazard. I know what it's in my fault if someone's house burns down.
Maybe that isn't such a good idea after all, but we could have Santa tea lights.
Scented tea lights, that's a great idea.
What's with all this tea light stuff? I don't like tea unless it's got a lot of sugar in it.
A tea light's not something you eat or drink. A tea light is a short, cheap candle.
Oh, I was wondering about that myself. Now I understand. Now we all know about the scented tea lights. Don't you think scented tea lights might be more expensive?
That's right. They might be too expensive for our project. Probably not that much more. Either way, though, we need to start practicing our jingle.
I like that. What could we think of something like that? I don't know, but the fact is, we didn't. We can make birdhouses.
I don't think birdhouses would sell very well.
Candles sell real well. Why don't we buy them or make it special by carving a picture or something out of the side? The only thing I would be able to carve would be to make a smaller candle.
Maybe we could get some ideas from the 5th grade.
Why don't we look in on them now?
I'd like to know who drew this idea as a fundraiser.
I don't think we drew it. I think we got stuck with it. It doesn't sound like much fun to me.
It's not a fundraiser, it's a fundraiser. And we're raising money so we can have a pond.
Now we're making our boat trains of fish. That sounds good, so let's get busy.
I've got an idea. Are you feeling tired?
Are you running short on time?
Are you feeling pressure?
Then sit back and relax because we've got you covered.
Just spraying the turkey and Christmas could spread us.
And the next phrase you'll hear will be,
Your music is good.
like music to your ears.
That sounds pretty good. Yes, it did, but there's one problem. We don't know how to cook a turkey or a goose.
Not a problem. My mom can do it. She loves to cook, and she's a good cook, too.
That's a lot better than trying to make pet locks and sailing them. Whoa, we had a choice?
And you pick cooking?
Dylan and I figured selling the ball to the mom, and it worked too.
Good plan. Now we can make pet rocks and keep them for ourselves.
Who would buy Pet Rock anyway?
If we're going downtown to Pen Rocks, we better get started.
Okay.
Bet their parents aren't too happy with them. If I volunteered my parents to do that, I would be grounded for a month. They chose the easy way out. In the meantime, let's think of something else to make.
What about Christmas cards?
If you had thought of that 2 weeks ago, it might have worked, but by now everyone has already bought and mailed their cards.
Let's make something useful. Why don't we make clean, burning, and good-smelling pine coats?
What do you do with those? You put them in your fireplace and watch the pretty colors scent while the scent fills the house with a fragrant aroma. You'd have to use an oven to dry the pine cones. You think the cooks are actually going to let us use their kitchen?
They might. Why don't we check in on the 6th grade? Will you go see?
This card thing will be fun. Let's try out this commercial I wrote. Here's your line. Learn to appreciate the great outdoors.
Take the pressure out of the rat race.
Slow down, enjoy the scenery and life. If this sounds good to you and you'd like to enjoy all of this, then we have the car for you.
Welcome to the future. A future look of cars. We would like to introduce you to the electric car.
Fabulous.
Are you tired of spending big bucks on gasoline?
Are you tired of staying in the cold or rain to put gas in your car? France has answered all your prayers.
This car comes complete with bucket seats.
It also comes complete with a throw-up hood.
It has power steering
power brakes. It has 255 air conditioning, 155 depending on how many windows you put down. So the top speed is 55. You don't have to worry about speeding tickets. And it has an excellent stereo system.
New, all rubber. Tires, the ride's a little rougher, but you don't have to worry about a flat tire. And you get all this folks for just 1 thin dime, 2 fat nickels, or 10 shiny copper pennies.
Do they have to be shiny pennies?
Yes, for this price, I think people can go out of the way to clean up 10 pennies. You got to be kidding. Why so cheap? 10 cents? Wait a minute. What's the catch? The catch. That's what the color's worth.
Wow, finally a car that everyone can afford. Think of it, when I turn 16, I'll be able to afford and purchase a car for my very own.
Yes, you can. But can you afford the new and improved, indestructible, self-winding, automatic supermagnet Alex-seeking extension cords?
What, extension cords?
That first is 2 extension cords. Each one is 5 miles long.
When you get 2.5 miles down the road, you push a button and the cord seeks to find the furthest outlet in the 5 miles ahead of you. And the other cord lets go and goes on ahead just as soon as the other cord gets plugged in.
So, how much are those going to cost?
Couldn't be too much. After all, they're just extension cords. Probably $1,000 a piece.
Try $15,000 a piece.
So that's $30,000 and 10 cents for a car.
Yes, it is. So boys and girls, buy your car now save us pennies, nickels, and dimes. And by the time you turn 16, you'll be able to afford 2 extension cords for your car. If you start watching out for the pennies, nickels, and dimes, the dollars will watch out for themselves.
Yes, folks, remember, this will make a great Christmas present for just
1 thin dime, 2 fat nickels, or 10 shiny copper pennies. Remember, folks, have a holly jolly Christmas.
Wouldn't it be nice to be able to afford our own car like that?
It sure would. I like any type of motorized transportation to get me around.
I'm a little bit more picky. I like one of those old muscle cars, something like a Camaro.
That'll be nice, but it'd also be very expensive.
Excuse me, remember the pond, remember the crop project we're supposed to be working on? Yeah. Why don't we do something with snowmen? Okay. People like snowmen, but what kind of snowmen?
While we check out what kind of snowman, why don't we check in on the 7th grade?
This visor idea is really stupid.
It's not too bad. At least we aren't making angels or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. It could be worse. Just think of all the waterfowl and aquatic life we'll be able to see.
Who cares numbering?
Then let me rephrase that for you. Just think of all the class times that can be spent as we watch and learn about the critters.
Oh, I care. Maybe boring, but at least a good boring.
I think these visors have possibilities and are sort of unique. Marketing-wise, we could make and wear these to the game so the fans can see them.
Yeah, they would think they're cool and want one. Sort of like buying a button or a shirt to show support for our team.
In other words, easy money.
That's right, and all we have to do is turn these visors into spirit visors instead of just visors.
I've got an idea. Check this out and play along with me. Cleora students are so bright. Wait a minute. If I remember correctly, my script says all.
That's what mine said, I'm sure of it.
Mine said that too, so who didn't do it?
Not to mention any names or anything, but not all of us did it.
Okay, everybody, let's practice this. When we point, say it with us.
Not bad, but we think you can do better than that. Let's try it again. Very good, now let's try it again on cue. Okay, audience? Sam, try it again.
Cleora students are so bright. We are so bright. You need a visor. Want to buy one?
That's lame. Effective, but lame.
Yeah, we need to make them really want to buy one.
Maybe something like this. Hit it, girl.
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit. How about you?
I've got the spirit.
Oh yeah. We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit. How about you?
I got the spirit.
I got the spirit.
Oh no, you haven't got the spirit.
What? Or how can I get the spirit?
Just purchase and wear this cool spirit visor.
The next question is, where can we get the spirit?
Just ask a 7th grader at Cleora Public School.
Me too. We got the spirit. Oh yeah. We got the spirit. Yes we do. We got spirit. How about you?
You too can get the spirit. Just ask the 7th grade at Cleora Public Schools and we'll be happy to take your money. I mean, share the spirit.
Merry Christmas. Let me out of here. Someone's out to make it yours. Let's use our
have the best band the school can ask for.
That's right. With all our sports fans, they've got it made.
They may have it made, but we don't. We still need to come up with some type of craft project. What about mistletoe?
What about mistletoe?
Why not? We're running out of options and it's something for us to do.
I can see it now. There's fungus among us. Buy some today, and you can have some fungus amongst you and your family.
So hurry on down. You could say there's a fungus among us.
But mistletoe isn't a fungus. It's more like a parasite.
Parasite? Isn't that something that lives off something else, like a tick or a leech lives off a dog?
Something like that, except this was off the trees.
That's pretty sad when you consider mistletoe their state flower.
We should do something about that. That's not even a flower. We should write our congressman.
Actually, we should decide on how to make it into a craft.
Or maybe we should discuss where we can find it and how we're going to get it down.
That's the easy part. All we have to do is take a hike in the woods or in a truck, stare at the trees. Those trees are full of mistletoe.
If we can't find any out there, we can always go to Veneta. Veneta's trees are full of mistletoe. But what do we do whenever we find it? Most of the time it's in the very tip tops of the trees. Not even the best monkey can get that.
Well, I have a gun. We can shoot it down.
That's if you want to be arrested. Guns aren't allowed on school property, so think again.
We could rock it down.
All you guys put together couldn't rock a tree, no matter how hard you tried.
With a rock. You throw a rock up in the tree and knock it down.
We can borrow an extendo stick from one of the electric companies around here.
What's an extendo stick? An extendo stick is a long telescoping stick that extends up to 50 feet and has a saw or clipper at the end.
That sounds neat. Do you think I could use it?
Who cares as long as we get out of class to do it?
Good point. Now I have to come up with the way to package it. Why don't we just put it in a baggie and sell it like that?
That's not very imaginative.
I've got it. We can attach the mistletoe to a headband and get it to go around and get all sorts of kisses.
I got a good idea. We can attach a sign to it that says, "Quit, make me sick."
Cute, but I don't think so. It doesn't matter how we package it. What matters is how we market it. Listen to this and see what you think. Hang it here, hang it there, share it with your sweetie to show you care.
That's good. Listen to it. Hang it in the hallway over the door. Kiss your sweetie once or twice, then ask for more.
Those are both good, but which one are you going to do?
Why don't we do both? The girls can take one phrase and the boys can take the other.
That's a great idea.
The boys get hang it here, hang it there.
That's okay with us, so let's do it.
Hang it here, hang it there, share it with the sweetie so you can.
Hang it in the hallway over the door. Kiss your sweetie once or twice, then ask for more. Merry Christmas.
On behalf of the 8th grade and Cleora Public School, thank you for all your effort on the Christmas program.